Hi everyone, Coach April here, and today we're going to go over some tips on how to be less hungry when you are transitioning and doing the keto diet. So, typically on a normal diet, you eat a lot less food. And so you put your body in a calorie deficit, and that's how you lose the weight. And keto works it works differently than the typical idea of calories in, calories out. All calories are equal, and exercise. You need to move more so that you burn more energy, so that you will lose weight. So let's talk about how keto is different, so then you can understand how to not be hungry. So how keto is different is your body is only going to have has a smaller amount of glucose energy. So you are going to burn off that energy just naturally through your bodily processes. And the goal of keto is to burn fat as fuel. So you want not less calories, you want less glucose. So your body can create its own glucose, so you actually don't even need to eat any. Through your liver, your body can create its own glucose. So don't worry if you've been told you need to eat carbohydrates in order to have energy and have glucose, and your body makes its own glucose without you even having to ingest it. So we're not doing a calorie restricted diet with this one. With keto, you are able to eat until you're full. You don't have to sit there and only eat these little bitty small portions and be left still hungry. And what ends up happening is, because what you're doing is you're eating more less carbohydrates, so your body's using its fat as an energy source. And when you use your fat as an energy source, then you have more of it carrying it around on your body already ready to go. So you won't be so once you start doing keto, you're eating less carbohydrates. We are not going to calorie restrict. We're going to eat until comfortably full. And what that does is you're going to start eating less frequently naturally, because you're not going to be as hungry. Eating fat will keep you full longer. I don't know if you've ever recognized this, but if you eat something with a lot of fat in it, you know how it feels kind of a little bit heavier in your stomach? And it lasts a little bit longer in your stomach. Well, we're going to take out the carbs because we don't want our body to burn the glucose. We want our body to burn its own reserved fat. So we're going to be eating less carbs, but we're going to eat healthy fats, such as olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, butter, ghee, animal fats. All of those will help you to feel full and stay full longer. So those are ways to not be as hungry. And carbs and sugar cause you to feel more hungry. So if you've ever eaten a meal with a lot of rice or something, and you were so stuffed and you were so full, and then an hour later you're hungry again, it's because carbs and sugar cause that to happen. So your blood sugar goes way up, your insulin levels go way up, and then it goes, and then your body's like, wait, I need more of that. So you start feeling hungry again and you eat again. But if you eat things like the healthy fats, the olive oil, the coconut oil, avocado oil, butter, ghee, animal fat, you're going to feel less hungry for a longer period of time. just naturally. So naturally changing over what you eat will cause you to eat less. Um, and so you're not going to need to eat these small little bitty portions and calorie restrict any longer. So that's one of the great benefits of switching to a ketogenic diet is you don't have to calorie restrict. You don't have to be hungry. We don't want you to be hungry on keto. If you're hungry on keto, something's not right. So as you change over, your body's going to become what we call fat adapted. And fat adapted just means that your body is using its fat as its primary energy source instead of glucose, carbohydrates. So you're going to, one of the main benefits is you're going to not be as hungry. You're going to be able to go longer between meals and have fewer cravings. You're going to have more energy. You're going to feel a steady energy. You're not going to feel like you're crashing throughout the day and then you have to spike and then you crash and then you spike. You're going to have a more leveled out energy. You're going to sleep better. You're going to feel full easier. And you're going to be losing fat, especially around your waist. And you're going to have more mental focus and mental clarity. So, what are the tips that we just went over? Avoid carbs and sugar. No calorie restriction. We're going to carb restrict, not calorie restrict. You're going to eat until comfortably full. Not until you're like miserable, but until you're satisfied. You're going to eat healthy fats, olive oil, butter, ghee, coconut oil, avocado oil, animal fats to help you stay full. You're going to eat protein and fiber in your vegetables. All of the protein, the fiber, and the healthy fats, that combination makes you less hungry. It makes you naturally eat less food. You're going to be able to do what we talked about last week, which is intermittent fasting, because you're not going to be starving. So, if you have any questions about tips for being less hungry, let me know. I am very excited to help you with your weight loss journey. If you would need more accountability and support, comment Eat Ketoish and I will send you a message. So what did we learn today about calorie restricting? We're not doing it. That is a different way of thinking. It is not calories in versus calories out. We're not going to starve ourselves. That decreases your metabolic rate. Calorie restriction over time decreases metabolic rate, which makes you your metabolism even slower, which is the opposite of what we want. Intermittent fasting and eating a ketogenic lifestyle can increase your metabolism by 12%. So, so eating the right foods for your and eating the right foods for ketogenic lifestyle, we're in ketosis and using our own stored body fat as energy. And think about it, you won't be as hungry because once your body is using its fat as energy on a regular basis, even myself at a good BMI have enough fat to go days, even up to 30 days, I could live off of my own body fat. So, without eating anything. So for you, you're probably going to have enough reserved energy that you're not going to feel hungry anyways, because your body's going to be using the fat that you have on your body as its primary energy source. And that's where ketones come from. So we're not going to calorie restrict. We're going to avoid carbs and sugar because those make us crave more carbs and sugar and make us hungrier. We're going to eat until we're comfortably full. We're going to eat healthy fats. And we're going to eat more protein and vegetables. Those things right there will help you to lose weight, to get healthy without starving yourself and without being hungry. Because if you're hungry, you need to eat. Your body is going to tell you it's hungry because it needs something. If you are trying to intermittent fast and you feel hungry, you can take some salt, put it on your tongue, or drink some electrolytes or some bone broth, and wait about an hour. If it passes, then you're fine. If you are, but if you're still hungry after an hour and after doing those things, then I would recommend going ahead and eating, because we want to listen to our bodies as we learn what things our bodies need and want. But we have to heal our processes so our bodies give the right messages. So we're not going to calorie restrict. And I keep repeating that because that is something that's been drilled into our heads is eat less, move more, eat less, move more, eat less, move more, eat less, move more. And though that is wrong, eat the right things and your body won't be need to go into a calorie deficit to lose weight. And water's becoming your best friend. So I want to, that is another tip, Kelly. Drinking a lot of fluids without replacing electrolytes while you're drinking fluids can cause you to actually become dehydrated. So only drink when thirsty. Don't drink all the time. Don't drink, and that's another thing that's been drilled into our heads. You got to drink a gallon of water, a gallon of water, a gallon of water. Dehydration happens because electrolytes are imbalanced. That is why every single time I come on here, I'm going to tell you about electrolytes because it is that important. Super important. Electrolytes, 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 electrolytes. When you don't feel well, many times it's because of an electrolyte imbalance. No calorie restrictions. We're going to eat until comfortably full. Got that? Eat until comfortably full. Not eat until stuffed. Eat until you're comfortably full and satisfied. Eat healthy fats. This is not going to hurt. This lifestyle reversed my husband's heart problems. He had a heart attack. We started this lifestyle because before his heart attack, you guys want to know our typical day of eating? I posted it yesterday. He would eat raw oats, protein with protein powder and some walnuts in it every morning. Then he would have baked chicken with broccoli and brown rice. Then for dinner, we would have something like turkey spaghetti with what we thought were vegetable noodles. They were noodles that were claimed to have 2 servings of veggies in them, and we thought we were doing good with turkey meat as the protein because we were eating lean and we were eating the brown carbs, whole grains, and the things we were told. His cholesterol was low. He was doing an exercise program, from a very, very popular exercise company that now has a streaming thing. He was doing a exercise program. Yes, he was weightlifting all the time, and had a heart attack in his 40s. So he was put on several medications and 2 years after his heart attack, he had lost 125 pounds. Now it's been 4 years since his heart attack. He's kept that weight off for 3 years, and he is off all heart medications. And he eats this way. Olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, butter, ghee, animal fat, protein. He eats red meat every day. Every day. And he's healthier than he was eating the diet of the whole oats, old-fashioned whole oats. And he was using almond milk in his protein with his oats and his walnuts. He was eating, like I said, brown rice. It's got to be brown. The brown rice, the green, the broccoli, and chicken. And he ate this every day. He did not change. He ate the same breakfast and lunch every single day. Every day. Because it was part of that workout program he was in, was to eat this way. To eat the rolled oats with the protein powder. And to eat hey Carrie, to have the protein powder and the walnuts and the brown rice and the green and the broccoli and the baked chicken. It was always baked chicken. And the spaghetti, the turkey spaghetti with the vegetable noodles, they were from a box that said they had vegetables in them. We thought we were doing right until he had a heart attack. And so now we know that the olive oil and the coconut oil and the avocado oil and the butter and the ghee and the animal fat aren't hurting him. The protein, the red meats aren't hurting him. He's healthier now than when he was eating the way that American Heart Association actually recommended. So if you have a doctor, you can discuss it with them, but I would also recommend looking up Dr. Scher, Scher. He is a board-certified cardiologist and lipidologist who works for Diet Doctor and recommends the ketogenic lifestyle as for heart health. So don't calorie restrict. Avoid carbs and sugar. Even those that brown rice, the sweet potatoes. What other carbs have we been told are good for us? Wheat bread, whole wheat. No. We're going to avoid those things, and we're going to let our bodies use ketones, use the fat to make ketones. And we're going to eat some delicious things. Like Kelly said, that's a boring meal plan. It was boring. And keto, you have options, and it tastes good. Like, if you want a steak, eat a steak. Instead of a steak and baked potatoes, though, eat a steak and broccoli. Eat a steak and asparagus. Eat a steak and eat a pork chop. Eat a chicken thigh. They're so much more, they're not dried out like that nasty old chicken breast that's all dried out and tasteless and you chew and chew and chew forever. Eat the dark meat. You can now. Just don't eat it with carbs. If you're eating the carbs, you should eat low fat. The combo is what's a problem. But don't calorie restrict. Avoid carbs and sugar. Eat until comfortably full. Eat healthy fats. Eat the protein and the fiber from your vegetables, and you won't be as hungry as you were when you were doing a calorie restricted diet of boring foods, like Kelly said. They don't taste as good. So We have delicious foods on keto. There are so many options, and there are so many ways to make anything you can think of keto friendly, and you don't have to be hungry. So I am all about not being hungry. You're not gonna be grumpy. Kelly has a roast in the crock pot as we speak. Kelly, I have a roast in the oven. I'm roasting it low and slow right now, a rump roast. Um, so getting our big hunks of meat ready so that we can just have them available for whatever meals we decide to eat. So yes, see, keto is simple. You can make casseroles, you can make roasts, you can make, we made a brisket last week. You can make lots of different large meats, roast a whole chicken. Buy a rotisserie chicken at the store. Just make sure it doesn't have sugar on it. Cauliflower, yes, you can do awesome things with cauliflower rice, cauliflower mash. I prefer fathead dough, though. I don't like cauliflower dough. And Kelly says she hates vegetables. I thought I did. And I was super, super picky. I'm still kind of picky. And I learned that I like vegetables roasted or stir fried. I like vegetables with some olive oil or like Brussels sprouts. The only way I'll eat Brussels sprouts is if you take them and you make them in baking fat and with some onion and garlic powder, and I will eat those up. But they got to be crispy and roasted. I like my vegetables roasted. I like them grilled, and I like them stir fried. And I like more vegetables than I thought. I like fresh vegetables. I thought I hated green beans until I had fresh green beans and made them with some olive oil and salt, pepper, and garlic and onion powder. Delicious, guys. So yummy. I just roast them in the oven for about 50. Well, for green beans, it's about 10 minutes at like 400 degrees. There's so many, fresh vegetables, so different. Frozen vegetables are okay too, but fresh vegetables taste so different than the canned vegetables. So if you don't think you like something, try it a few different ways. Try it in different. Kelly said she tried green beans yesterday and still can't do it. Surprisingly, my husband and I both thought we didn't like green beans until now. You have to season like a good Southern girl. You season until you hear the voice of your ancestors say, "Stop, child! Stop, child!" And then you stop shaking the seasoning. But you gotta season your food. And that's one thing I do is you can have seasonings. You can have some like Scott said, he used to hate green beans. Now he eats them and loves them. I would just sit and just like crunch on green beans. Like I would go to put them away and be snacking on the green beans as I'm putting them away. And you guys, I used to gag so bad. I think your taste buds also change as you start to eat this way. You start to not want as many sweet things anymore either. You start to want things that are good for you. And you have less of a sweet taste in your mouth, so you don't need as many sweet things. Because here in America, everything we eat, we take and put sugar on it. If you look at anything in the grocery store, it's got sugar. And that's one thing they know it's addictive. You hold your nose and swallow quickly. Well, I don't want you to suffer. Don't be eating green beans if you don't like them. Like, do you like asparagus? Because I do like asparagus, but I only like the tender tops. I gotta cut off. Like, I do cut off but I cut off way more than most people on the end of the asparagus. Because I have I have a thing about textures. So try new foods, try new things, and see what you like as you get as you change, as your taste buds change. But don't calorie restrict. And Kelly said she's finally reaching a place where she's not craving sugar at all. See, it happens. So Kelly's one of my success stories. She's doing awesome. So asparagus tastes like dirt too. Me and Kelly are gonna have to talk about different vegetables that she might like. I was the queen of not eating anything green. Nothing. Um, Nothing green, no vegetables. Like the closest vegetable I had was tomato sauce. And now I eat broccoli and asparagus, and I'll eat. Um, I found out I like romaine lettuce. I always had iceberg lettuce. I hate iceberg lettuce. It's not one of my favorites. Zucchini, yes, zucchini's good. And Dr. Berg has the veggie solution. Good point, Scott. So Dr. Berg has a solution that's called the veggie solution, and it's greens that you can have that you can put in water, and he sweetens it with stevia. So also another thing you can try is Vega has a protein powder that is vegetables, Vega plus greens, and so you can have so what we do is we mix it with a collagen protein powder, so you get your greens and your meat fat all in one. So we take both. We take 2 scoops. We take a scoop of collagen and a scoop of Vega protein plus greens. And you can get chocolate, vanilla. You can mix some. But those are good options for people who can't seem to get their veggies in but need them, because you want the vitamins and you want the fiber. So I hope this has helped you learn that you can eat keto without being hungry, because we don't want you to starving. Don't be hungry on keto. Eat until you're full. Don't eat. If you're not full, then eat a little bit more. But only eat the things that are keto friendly. And eat more of the protein and the fat and the fiber, not the processed keto friendly foods. Eat more of the meats and more of the eggs and the cheese and the watch your nuts though, so that you because nuts, the carb count can get high really fast. So this, I had this right before I came on. This is my little cup. I eat my nuts in, so I can make sure that I don't go crazy. So if you can get something small that you always use to measure it out, then a fourth of a cup, one of the little fourth a cup measuring cups, you could use that too. But keep it at about a fourth of a cup if you're eating the nuts. And thank you, Kelly. I appreciate you. And I hope you guys have a good rest of the week. And we are not going to be hungry on keto, right? We've learned we do not need to be in a calorie restriction. We need to be in a carb restriction.